President Vladimir Zelensky attended a two-day summit of southeastern European countries today where he tried to drum up Balkan support for his vision of peace in Ukraine and promoted the idea of joint arms production. Zelensky and Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama, during a joint press conference, said that Russia's threat extended beyond the Ukraine to the Baltic states, Moldova and the Balkans. Rama said the threat to the Western Balkans didn't mean Russian troops invading, but rather that Russia's actions in Ukraine could be replicated in the region. Ukraine emphasises that all of us in Europe must be ready to defend our sovereignty, national dignity and our people's way of life. Everyone is under threat. This kind of Russia has a large toolkit for destabilisation. The Ukrainian leader said that everyone must prepare for Russian President Vladimir Putin's next step because there was no alternative. The summit in the Albanian capital Tirana comes as Kiev is trying to improve its defensive capabilities to beat back Russian forces at a time of faltering United States support, more than 2 years into Russia's full-scale invasion. Zelensky proposed organising a Ukrainian Balkans defence forum in Kiev or a Balkan capital to nurture arms cooperation, repeating similar initiatives conducted last year with British and United States weapons companies. Albania, North Macedonia and Montenegro are NATO members, have joined Western sanctions against Russia and sent arms and equipment to Ukraine. There are significant arms industries in parts of the Balkans, especially Serbia and Croatia, a legacy of former federal Yugoslavia. Long-time Moscow ally Serbia has not imposed sanctions, and neither Belgrade nor Kiev recognise the independence of Kosovo, Serbia's former predominantly Albanian southern province which backs Ukraine and is seeking European Union and NATO membership. Zelensky said he had invited all Balkan region leaders to take part in a summit of partners and allies in Switzerland this spring that would discuss his vision of peace, which entails a Russian military withdrawal from all Ukrainian territory. That diplomatic initiative, based on what is known as Zelensky's peace formula, does not involve Russia and has been dismissed by Moscow as a non-starter. Moldovan President Maia Sandu was also in attendance today. This while pro-Russian separatists in Moldova's breakaway region of Transnistria have requested protection from Moscow to safeguard the territory from growing pressure. Many feel this may be Russia's response to a new US sanctions package against it. When asked about the heightening tensions in Transnistria at a press conference in Tirana today, the Moldovan president declared her country is safe.
Moldova is safe today thanks to the bravery of the Ukrainian soldiers, and we are very grateful to them. Moldova is committed to a peaceful solution of the Transnistrian conflict. What the government is doing today is making small steps for the economic reintegration of the country. Thank you.
Do you fear Transnistria may be dragged into the war?
Moldova is safe today. Ukraine needs to be supported. Ukraine is keeping us today peaceful and safe.
A new US sanctions package against Russia may threaten Russian oil exports to India, a major source of funding for its invasion of Ukraine, Reuters reported on the 28th of February. In the 2 years since Russia launched its full-scale invasion, the share of Russia's oil in India's total imports went from 2% to 10%. India is using Russian oil to fuel its development, even refining some and selling it back to the West. Zelensky is trying to reaffirm international support for his peace plan as Ukraine has suffered recent setbacks on eastern battlefields, with its generals complaining of growing shortages of both arms and soldiers. Zelensky signed a friendship agreement and cooperation agreement with Rama in the Albanian capital, Tirana.